Jake Paul just released his most epic training video, taking the internet by storm after his stunning victory over boxing legend Mike Tyson. Paul is rewriting the history of boxing with each win.
Highly promotable, like really good at selling fights. You'd be like, this kid's the future.
Jake Paul's recent training clips are so intense they have both fans and critics taking notice. We're talking explosive power, insane speed, and a focus that's on another level. If you thought Jake was just a YouTuber dabbling in boxing, think again. He's coming back stronger than ever, and his latest video proves he's not here to play. He's here to dominate and make a serious mark in the boxing world.
The thing he's doing looks wrong. He's not like sticking his head straight up in the air and winging punches with his eyes closed. He's fighting well. He looks good.
Jake Paul's latest training video has taken the internet by storm, sending shockwaves through the boxing world. This isn't your typical montage of rope skipping or heavy bad hits. This is Jake Paul at his absolute peak. We're talking explosive push-ups that seem straight out of an action movie, lightning-fast combinations that blur the screen, and grueling conditioning drills intense enough to leave even seasoned fighters sweating. It's more than just a training video. It's a bold statement. Whether it's the stuff of legends or viral content, Jake Paul is showing he's serious about dominating the boxing scene like never before.
Fuck the rankings. It's a number. Who cares? Like, literally, people just want to like classify things into a numbers chart.
What's driving the buzz even more is the timing. Since his fight against Mike Tyson, Jake Paul's training intensity has surged. Every frame of his latest video exudes aggression, precision, and a laser focus on one mission: silencing the doubters. This journey really began after his split decision loss to Tommy Fury in 2023. Since then, Paul has been relentlessly refining his skills. His recent video is clear proof that he's leveling up. What's behind this viral display of power? Paul has completely overhauled his training style, fusing traditional boxing techniques with modern innovations, with high-intensity interval training, HIIT, now at the core. If you've ever wondered how someone who started as a Disney Channel star and YouTube prankster ends up looking like they belong in a boxing ring, here's your answer. This latest video isn't your typical fitness montage. It's a full-on showcase of raw, unfiltered power, innovation, and an almost delusional level of determination. With explosive push-ups, rapid-fire combos, and grueling conditioning drills, it's clear this isn't just a guy hitting a heavy bag. This is a transformation in real time. His punches aren't just fast. They're precision fast, cutting through the air with surgical accuracy. The best part, he's doing all of this while the internet collectively loses its mind. Let's talk cardio for a second. Sure, running and jump rope are standard in boxing training, but Jake Paul isn't doing it just for the sake of doing it. He's strategic in his approach, making every movement count. But it's not just about the physical side of things. Jake is crushing the mental game too. He's training like a man on a mission. You can laugh, joke, and post memes all you want, but this guy is evolving right before our eyes. Whether you think he stands a snowball's chance in hell against Mike Tyson or not, one thing is clear: Jake Paul is taking boxing seriously, and his training proves it. These training videos are more than just impressive. They're a blueprint for what modern boxing could become. Aggressive, innovative, and calculated, they're a perfect reflection of Jake himself. As the internet dissects every frame, it's clear Jake is rewriting the script in his own bold, unapologetic way. And he's doing it in the most Jake Paul way possible. Impossible to ignore.
Paul is not a small guy.
No.
He's big. Like, a lot of guys think he's tiny. He's a huge boy.
He's a big dude, and he can.
Social media is ablaze, and the world is divided on Jake Paul. Some think he's the next big thing, while others believe he's completely delusional. Fans are praising him, critics are criticizing, but one thing is certain: no one is staying quiet. But here's the twist. This video isn't just about looking like a fighter. It's about looking like a real fighter. Gone are the days of half-hearted training montages and influencer workouts. Jake's not just shadow boxing in his backyard anymore. So, how did it all start? Jake Paul's boxing journey has been nothing short of wild. What began as a joke turned into something no one could ignore. Remember when he knocked out YouTuber Ali Ahsan Give in 2020? People laughed it off, but now the narrative has completely shifted. Jake Paul's rise in boxing has been nothing short of astonishing. After sending Nate Robinson flying to the canvas and knocking out Ben Askren, the last turned into serious questions about whether he's the real deal. Fast forward to 2024, and Jake Paul just defeated the legendary Mike Tyson in an 8-round bout. He showcased sharp punches, smart footwork, and earned a $40 million payday. With an 11-1 record, including 6 knockouts, Jake now holds one of the most unexpected careers in boxing history. But it hasn't been without its hurdles. Jake's first loss came to Tommy Fury in 2023, a defeat many thought would end his boxing journey.
He starts, nice little bounce.
Jake Paul's comeback has been nothing short of remarkable. After suffering his first loss to Tommy Fury in 2023, he bounced back stronger, outboxing Nate Diaz and knocking out Andre August and Ryan Borland in the first round. He'd even defeated Mike Perry in a tough 6-round fight. Then came Mike Tyson, a bout everyone predicted would be a quick disaster. But Jake showed his skill, stamina, and strategy, leaving critics stunned. Love him or hate him, Jake has transformed from an influencer-turned-boxer into a force in the ring. The turning point came when Jake moved from spectacle-driven events to facing respected opponents, taking his boxing career seriously. His win over former MMA fighter Ben Askren in April 2021 was a game-changer, with many dismissing Askren's boxing skills. But Jake's knockout victory captured serious attention. He followed this up with a win against former UFC champion Tyron Woodley in December 2021, cementing his place in the sport. By the time he faced Anderson Silva in October 2022, Jake had earned the respect of the boxing world.
I feel like you've done enough in the sport and for the sport to merit consideration to be placed into the cruiserweight rankings.
Oh, fuck the ranking.
Jake Paul's rise isn't as random as it appears. His strategic investments in elite coaching and top-tier facilities play a key role. He trains with BJ Flores, a former cruiserweight contender who has refined his technical skills, and Danny Smith, renowned for preparing fighters for high-stakes bouts. Under their guidance, Jake's camp focuses on building not just physical conditioning, but also mental resilience. This level of dedication sets him apart from other influencers attempting to cross over into sports careers.
Was not a YouTuber. If he wasn't some guy that you knew from the time he was like 16 years old on YouTube, and you just saw him box, and you saw him knock out former UFC champions, you saw him beat legitimate boxers, or beat athletes, and beat a bunch of MMA fighters, you'd go, this kid can fucking fight.
Critics often overlook the strategic brilliance behind Jake Paul's career moves. He didn't jump straight into the toughest competition. Instead, he built his record through carefully selected fights, each designed to expose him to new challenges while maintaining his confidence. What makes Jake's transformation especially compelling is how he's using every available resource to reshape himself and prove everyone wrong. He's not relying solely on natural talent or athleticism. He's building a fighter from the ground up. From elite coaches to scientific training methods, Jake's evolution is a masterclass in leveraging opportunity and hard work. Whether or not he beats Mike Tyson, his journey has already shifted the conversation around influencer athletes forever.
Jake El Gallo Paul!
Jake Paul supporters, a mix of loyal fans and those intrigued by his transformation, believe this could be his breakout moment. They highlight his relentless training, strategic planning, and the sheer audacity of stepping into the ring with a legend. These supporters argue that Jake's calculated approach and mental fortitude make him more prepared than critics realize. Jake Paul is reinventing boxing, and while not everyone is thrilled about it, he's quietly rewriting the rules. His training isn't just about punching bags or endless sparring. It's a blend of old-school grit and next-gen innovation. Think Rocky Balboa meets Silicon Valley. His camp uses data analytics to fine-tune everything from punching power to footwork efficiency. Yes, you read that right. Jake Paul has spreadsheets to track his progress, proving his commitment to evolving into a true contender. Love him or hate him, Jake Paul's training is sparking a wave of inspiration among young athletes. Forget the traditional gym grind. Many are turning to apps to study Jake's methods and dream big. He's made it cool to approach boxing like a tech startup, blending innovation with old-school grit, creating an undeniably effective blueprint for the modern era. But here's the kicker. Jake isn't just training for Tyson. He's building a legacy. He's the poster child for influencer athletes breaking into competitive sports, proving that internet fame and hard work can coexist. Sure, purists might cringe, but history won't remember their tweets. It'll remember Jake's transformation. So is Jake ready for Tyson? That's the million-dollar question. Drop your bets in the comments and get ready for a fight that might redefine everything.